They say truth is stranger than fiction. They forget to mention that sometimes it's also more terrifying. And this is Whispers of History. This is the story of the ghost ship Mary Celeste. In December 5th, 1872, the Atlantic Ocean. A British brigantine named Dei Gratia cuts through the cold morning mist, her crew scanning the horizon. Captain David Morehouse, standing at the bow, spots something unusual, a ship drifting aimlessly under partial sail. The vessel sways slightly, as though guided by invisible hands. No signals, no response to hails, just silence. Through his spyglass, Morehouse reads the name painted across the stern, Mary Celeste. It's a ship he knows well. In fact, its captain, Benjamin Briggs, is a friend. But something is wrong. The sails are tattered, the deck eerily still. And when the crew of the Dei Gratia boards her, they find no one, no captain, no crew, no trace of struggle or storm, just absence. The Mary Celeste had left New York Harbor 1 month earlier, on November 7th, 1872. She was a proud brigantine, 100 feet long, sturdy, and seaworthy. Her cargo, 1701 barrels of industrial alcohol bound for Genoa, Italy. A simple voyage, nothing extraordinary. Captain Benjamin Briggs was a disciplined, deeply religious man, respected by everyone who sailed with him. His wife Sarah and their 2-year-old daughter Sophia joined him on this trip, a rare but loving family journey across the ocean. A crew of 7 men completed the manifest, each carefully chosen for their experience and trustworthiness. There was no reason to expect trouble, but somewhere between New York and the Azores, something went terribly wrong. When Captain Morehouse's men boarded the ghostly Mary Celeste, they found the ship in remarkably good shape. The hull was intact, the cargo undisturbed. The crew's personal items, clothes, pipes, navigation tools lay neatly in place. Even the galley was stocked with food. The captain's logbook was open, the last entry dated 10 days earlier. It recorded calm weather and normal sailing, but the lifeboat was gone, and so were all 10 souls aboard. Dinner plates sat ready on the table, as if expecting a meal that never came. The atmosphere was heavy, unnaturally still. The ocean had swallowed her crew, but not her ship. The Mary Celeste was towed into Gibraltar, where a formal investigation began. Experts combed the vessel from bow to stern. They found a few feet of water in the bilge, but that was common. Some hatches were open, sails torn, yet the ship was entirely seaworthy. 9 barrels of alcohol were later found empty, perhaps leaked from faulty staves. Still, there were no signs of violence, fire, or piracy. It seemed the crew had simply abandoned ship, something no seasoned captain would ever do unless he believed staying aboard meant certain death. Over the decades, countless theories have tried to explain what happened aboard the Mary Celeste. Some claimed the crew mutinied, murdering Captain Briggs and fleeing in the lifeboat. But the evidence said otherwise. There were no bloodstains, no signs of a fight, and no valuables stolen. Mutiny didn't fit. Others suggested pirates, but again, the cargo was untouched. Pirates don't leave behind barrels of alcohol in a fully functional ship. Another idea was that the sailors drank the alcohol cargo, went mad, and abandoned ship. But this cargo was industrial alcohol, poisonous, not potable. These men knew the difference. Some suspected a sudden seaquake, waterspout, or rogue wave frightened the crew. Perhaps Captain Briggs, thinking the ship was sinking, ordered an evacuation. If the lifeboat's tow rope snapped, they could have been lost at sea forever while the Mary Celeste sailed on, empty. The most plausible theory involves the leaking alcohol itself. If fumes built up in the hold, even a single spark could cause a deadly explosion. Briggs, fearing the worst, might have opened the hatches for ventilation and ordered everyone into the lifeboat temporarily. If the wind shifted or the line broke, the lifeboat could have drifted away, helplessly, leaving the Mary Celeste to continue without them. A tragic accident frozen in time. But But mystery loves company, and soon the story of the Mary Celeste became fertile ground for myth. Some claimed the ship was cursed, doomed from its launch. Others whispered that it sailed into a portal, a patch of fog where the sea met another dimension. In the darker corners of storytelling, the Mary Celeste became a stage for the fantastic. Sea monsters dragging sailors into the deep, ghostly apparitions steering her hull, even alien abductions, centuries before the term existed. Each retelling stretched the legend further, until the line between fact and fantasy was lost beneath the waves. After her recovery, the Mary Celeste was repaired and returned to service. But her reputation never recovered. Sailors called her the unlucky ship. Crewmen refused to sail her, and those who did often met misfortune. In 1885, 13 years after her eerie discovery, the ship met her end when her final owner deliberately wrecked her off the coast of Haiti in a failed insurance scam. Her cursed voyage was over, but her legend had only begun. The Mary Celeste captivated writers and dreamers for generations. In 1884, a young Arthur Conan Doyle, years before Sherlock Holmes, published a fictionalized story inspired by her, titled J. Habakkuk Jeffson's Statement. His tale mixed murder, revenge, and the supernatural, captivating readers but also blurring truth and fiction forever. From that moment on, the Mary Celeste stopped being just a ship. She became a symbol of the unknown, a ghost ship destined to sail the imagination of mankind. Even now, over 150 years later, the true fate of the Mary Celeste's crew remains unsolved. No trace of the lifeboat was ever found. No remains ever surfaced. Just questions that grow darker with time. When fog curls over the Atlantic and the horizon vanishes into mist, sailors sometimes claim they've seen her, a phantom brigantine drifting silently on the waves. Her sails full, her decks empty, the Mary Celeste, forever searching for a home she'll never reach. Maybe it was human error, maybe it was fear, or maybe the ocean simply took what was hers. Whatever truth lies beneath those cold Atlantic waters, one thing is certain. The story of the Mary Celeste endures, an echo of the sea's most enduring mystery. This is the story of the Mary Celeste, the ship that sailed itself into legend and never truly came home.